Hello YouTube, this is the Sim Basketball Operator bringing NBA 2K14 Nuggets Association commentary. And right here, this is the end of our season, just coming off the last win versus the San Antonio Spurs, which I showed in the previous episode, winning by 3 points, close game. And right now we're a half game behind the Thunder, and they have a game today. And as you can see, they did win their game versus the Los Angeles Lakers, so now we need them to lose their last game and for us to win in order to claim that first seed. I'm going to simulate this game with the Bucks, which I expect to win. Okay, getting the awards. It looks like we did beat the Bucks. And now looking at the season awards, Kevin Durant won MVP, 32 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 6.4 assists. Very tremendous numbers, a very deserving MVP. Andrew Wiggins with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.5 steals, and about 1 block. So a very well-rounded season, but this is the exciting news. Ryan Anderson, my sixth man, did come home with sixth man of the year, averaging 15 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, and nothing much else. But he did lead the NBA with a 98 free throw percentage, and I think he was like third in three-point percentage. Andre Drummond with 11 rebounds to propel him to Defensive Player of the Year award. And then Thomas Robinson wins Most Improved Player, stepping into the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. And Mike Brown takes home the Coach of the Year award by taking the vastly improved Cavaliers, which he really shouldn't get because LeBron is on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now looking here, All-NBA First Team, Wall, Rose, Durant, James, and Howard, Irving, Holiday, George, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Brook Lopez round out the All-NBA Second Team. And the All-NBA Third Team, Westbrook, Paul, Smith, Anthony, and Cousins. So there isn't, Ty Lawson did not make an All-NBA team. He was probably the closest candidate to do so, but he just did not have that great of a season. Wall, Carter, Williams, Davis, Aldridge, and Drummond all defensive first team. Bledsoe, Butler, Millsap, Favors, and Sanders make up the all-defensive second team. Now all-rookie first team after Wiggins and Parker, there's Joel Embiid, our third pick of the draft, 10 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, about 2 assists, 0.6 steals, so pretty decent numbers for a guy who I think was playing about 24 minutes a game. Exum and Randall round off the all-rookie first team. Then Smart, Vonleh, Andrew Harrison, Mitch McGary, and Dario Saric make up the all-rookie second team. So not too surprising on the awards. Glad that Anderson and Joel Embiid were able to take home some hardware and some achievements. Now looking at the playoff picture, we have the Golden State Warriors first. Then in the 4-5 seed is the Clippers and the Trailblazers. The 3 seed is the San Antonio Spurs versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the 2 seed is between OKC and New Orleans. So OKC did lose their last game of the season, which cost them home court advantage throughout the playoffs, as Chicago has a worse record than both of us. And they'll be playing the LeBron-less Miami Heat in the first round. Hawks and Pacers are the matchup, as well as the Knicks, Pistons at 3 and 6, and the Cavaliers and the Wizards at the 2 and 7 spot. Alright, so now looking at the season stats, nothing too surprising, nothing really major has changed. I wish that we could get a little bit more rebounds as a team, but Ty Lawson did lead us with 7.1 assists, which is nice to see. He also led us in scoring, with Gallinari coming in second with 17 points per game. Lawson and Gallinari and Fareed led us with about a steal per game. Then Embiid and Fareed led us with a block per game. Our turnovers are kept down a little bit. Ty Lawson, I think Gallinari being the biggest culprits there. And in terms of field goal percentage, we shot pretty well as a team. Our bench players did a nice job of hitting the shots when they were given the chance. And then field goal percentage and 3-point percentage and free throw percentage was dominated by Ryan Anderson, who was pretty much our best shooter, but I think our best knockdown shooter. And then looking at our minutes, we didn't really have that many guys playing over 30 minutes a game, kind of like the San Antonio Spurs in real life. So looking at some team stats in terms of scoring, we were 16th in the league, not too great, but what's great is that we were the best defensive team, holding to opponents to about 96 points per game, which was best, and we actually beat the Tom Thibodeau coached Bulls, and that leads to the best point differential in the NBA. Field goal percentage wise, we were 10th, pretty solid number, something that we could improve on, but I'm not complaining considering we just finished with the best record in the league. We also finished third in 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage we brought middle of the pack in 14th. And assists is where we kind of tail off a little bit. I think we were outside the top 20. Yeah, we actually finished 28, so third to worst in terms of assists. That number surely needs to go up. Rebounds per game, I think we were 11th. But offensive rebounds, we were third, which means our defensive rebounds was pretty shoddy. and we were actually also at the bottom of the league with around 27th. That's because we had guys like Embiid and Fareed who are very good offensive rebounders, but not so much on the defensive end. About the middle of the pack in steals, 8th in blocks, and in turnovers we kept them down, which is surprising considering in my games I kind of failed to do that as the user, and we're not fouling people too much, which I guess is nice to see. So our first round opponent is against the Klay Thompson led Warriors. He's actually leading the team in scoring with Curry in second. They pretty much have the same lineup as they do in real life. I think they have a couple bench additions such as Jared Bayless, for example, but Iguodala is kind of doing everything for them, so he's a guy to watch out for. Obviously Curry and Thompson can heat up, and their post players Lee and Bogut are not too shabby as post scorers, and they also have Marshawn Brooks coming off the bench. So a lot of weapons for this Golden State Warriors team. Surprised they only finished 8th, but we'll see how they do. I'm going to be simulating up into the first elimination game for the first 2 rounds, and I think in the conference finals I might play like the first game and then like a later game. In the NBA finals I think I'll be playing every game in there. So I'm going to simulate to the first elimination game. We take care of business at home, jumping out to a 2-0 lead, and then we were able to win this 3rd game, so a lot of sweet possibilities here. The next game will be game 4 against the Warriors. We're going to take a look at some stats. Gallinari led us in the first game, balanced scoring throughout. It was a pretty high scoring game. And then looking on the Warriors side, it was pretty much the Curry and Thompson show. However, in game 2, they were pretty much shut down with Bogut leading them in scoring. When Bogut leads you in scoring, you know there's going to be some problems. And then on our side, Ryan Anderson led us in scoring, which is nice to see. He scored 25 points in only 19 minutes of playing time. I give him about 24 minutes of playing time, at least in the rotation, so I'm not sure what happened there. And we again shut them down to 76 points in game 3. And once again, we were led by Ryan Anderson. So game 4 will be next episode. It will come out hopefully in the middle of the week. And this is the Sim Basketball Operator. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks.